don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this model.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Really, that's impressive. Usually you humans can't tell one Turian from another.
This was the place. Now, are you gonna give me a refund or not?
Do you have your proof of purchase?
What? No, I don't think you ever gave me one.
I'm sorry then. I can't help you.
But, what do you...
Can't help you.
And thus begin the epic adventures of Refund Guy. Yes, he'll be back in the sequel, in fact, where he's still trying to get a refund. And he'll be here all game as well. Let's see. A couple of shops here. There's actually only one that we can use, for reasons unknown. There's also a keeper here, which we can scan, and a Volus shopper to whom we can talk. These are the Volus, I think the first time we've seen them. They come from a very high gravity world, which is why they're short and stumpy. And their air is also toxic to most other species, which is why they wear these suits. It also makes it a lot easier on the game designers, because they basically all look exactly the same.
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades.
Is it? Let's find out.
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
He's making an awful lot of assumptions.
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake, Earth Clan. I assumed... It doesn't matter. Pharos? Noveria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon. But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
Well, that's nice of you. Let's ask about those colonies he was talking about.
What can you tell me about Noveria?
The corporate capital of the Attican Traverse. Very cold. Very snowy.
He's not wrong there.
I don't get too many clients from there. They all have their own private suppliers.
I'd like to know more about Pharos.
It's an old Prothean world. Their buildings still litter the surface. The humans aren't the first to colonize it, but they are the most recent. I just realized I haven't heard from my contact on that planet for some time. Ah, well, I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, probably nothing. I mean, what could possibly go wrong on a colony like that?
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
We can go shopping! But we don't have an awful lot of money, so... unlikely that I can actually buy anything. Buying stuff in this game is also not all that useful, actually. With a couple of exceptions, most of the stuff you'll just find in crates and lockers and whatever during missions is just as good as the stuff you can buy. So, usually you don't really need to buy anything. The only thing, though, is that the numbers behind these things indicate the level of the items, and the higher the number, the better they are, basically. And what kind of items are dropped depends on your current player level. And usually the stuff you can buy, there will be some of it that is several levels above the level you're currently finding in crates. So you can sort of stay ahead of the curve that way. And there are a couple of things that don't get dropped very often, so you might want to buy those. Omni tools, for example, is one of those, although you can find those in some cases, but they're not as common as upgrades or weapons. We could buy light armor. I think we can actually afford this. But it's not really any better than the one we have now. You can see it's slightly better on damage protection, but worse on shields and tech biotic protection, so I'm not going to buy that. I am going to buy the Elkos Combine license, which only costs 100 credits. And right now, you don't really know why we need those yet. It says Elkos Combine license for the Normandy Quartermaster. It gets explained later in the game. Just accept that we wanna buy these. And since we're here anyway, why not do so?
Is that really? Wow, it's you.
I guess we have a fan? Conrad Werner? Let's see what he wants.
You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Word gets around fast, I think.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
This guy is a bit annoying. But he's basically harmless. I don't think we need to be rude to him.
They say a lot of things. I was too busy killing them to count.
I'm sure it wasn't 100.
I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
An autograph? I'm a soldier, not a celebrity.
I don't have time for this, Conrad. I'm not here to be a role model.
Oh, I see how it is. Commander Shepard doesn't have time for the little people. Far be it for me to get in your way. You go be a hero.
What an idiot. He left, but he will be back. And we have a new assignment, Citadel, the fan. He seemed like a harmless fan. He's kind of a funny character. And we will see him again later in the game. If he doesn't do anything stupid. There is more shops down here. And only one we can talk to, just like before. There are no keepers down here, are there? No. Don't think so.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Famous shop? Why are you famous? Are you advertising much or something? I don't know. Maybe he's just saying that.
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Now we got a choice between non-human armors or standard items. Non-human armors, those are actually some of the more interesting things to buy sometimes, because certain non-human armors don't get dropped very often by enemies, and you won't find them in crates very often. However, right now, all of our squad mates are human, so non-human armor's kind of pointless. So let's look at the standard items. Well, as before, basically everything here is too expensive or pointless to buy, with the exception of the Metagel upgrade. Increases maximum units of Metagel by 1. And as you saw, I nearly ran out of Metagel during the last part of the Eden Prime mission, so being able to have more of it is not a bad thing. It's not too expensive, so let's buy it. This is also something you cannot get any other way than by buying it, so these are things you do have to buy. And another license, which I'll buy too. Again, those will get explained later. Right now, we don't really need to do any more shopping. And I guess Chora's den is through here. It's saving! And it's taking rather a long time to do that. Sometimes saving is slow for reasons I'm not entirely sure of. I wonder if that means anything. I'm sure nothing bad is about to happen.
That's him.
Or maybe we could get attacked. Why am I using my pistol?
Shields disabled.
Okay.
Those were Saren's men.
Think we're good, Commander.
Yeah, you got taken out. I don't think that qualifies as good. Saren! making good on his threat to try and kill us. It's kind of interesting, because first I assumed that he was taking the beacon with him on that ship of his that we saw leave, but apparently not, because after all it was still there after we saw the ship leave. We saw CERN using it before returning to the ship without taking the beacon with him. He left it behind to get destroyed, and then when we used it, his reaction was to say that we should die. So whatever the information is that was stored in that beacon, he obviously didn't want anyone else to have it. That's why he left it there to be destroyed by those charges. And just the thought that we might know about the information there that was stored in it is enough for him to send these assassins after him. This is an interesting looking place. Looks like a strip club. Well, they're not actually going to strip, they're just dancing. But anyway, this is still a PG game. Well, I'm not entirely sure what the rating of this game was, but there's no real actual nudity in it.
A million light years from where humanity began, and we walk into a bar filled with men drooling over half-naked women shaking their asses on a stage. I can't decide if that's funny or sad.
What? You don't think they're here because of the food?
500,000 light years? Don't exaggerate. The galaxy is only about 80,000 light years across.
I see why this place is so popular. It's got quite the, view.
Hey, Lieutenant, put your tongue back in your mouth before you trip on it.
Right. Yes, it is quite an interesting place. And I agree about the view. One of the rather bizarre things you can do here... Harkin is over there somewhere, I think. General Septimus. Wait, from Stardust? Hope not, because he was a bad guy. One of the weird things you can do here is sit down and watch the show. And we're doing this with with Caden and Ashley standing right there. They're just watching us, watching a stripper. It's kind of bizarre. Relax, it just gives you a different view. Well, this is certainly interesting. The Asari, this species, are actually all female. They are a monogender species, so technically they're not female at all, but they all look female. They also sometimes wonder why their species has a certain reputation for being promiscuous. And considering that half the dancers in places like this we ever come across are always Asari, not to mention there's a Asari concert thing as well, a consort thing as well, I don't really think it's strange that they got that reputation. They only have themselves to blame.
Sorry, I'll get to you when I can.
You don't look busy. Apparently, we can't order a drink. A patron? This species is called Krogan. They're kind of like organic tanks.
I got business here, but not with you.
I guess. There's more Krogan standing over there. Oh, and there's Harkin. Who's this Septimus fellow?
Go away. I'm not interested in talking.
Not interested in talking, apparently. I guess even Turians think the Asari look good, even though they are much more similar to humans than they are to Turians.
Not now. I'm watching the show.
Yeah. I don't go to strip clubs, but I think that if I did, I wouldn't appreciate people trying to talk to me while I was watching a stripper.
Back off, Rex. Fist told us to take you down if you showed up. What are you waiting for? I'm standing right here. This is Fist's only chance. If he's smart, he'll take it. He's not coming out, Rex. End of story. This story is just beginning. Out of my way, humans. I have no quarrel with you.
What was that all about?
Who knows? Let's just try not to get caught in the middle.
Wasn't Fist the guy whose supplier those two agents back in the ward's access corridor were trying to take down? So I guess Fist is not entirely clean. If you look at the map here, there's a place called Fist's office. He's apparently the person who runs this place. But we have... Oh, did not mean to draw my gun. I have this habit of accidentally right-clicking, as you may have noticed from other Let's Plays. And we have no business with Fist. We have business with Harkin here.